Just turn around, spread your cheeks, and bend down. And I was like, yes, sir.
What are they checking for?
Colon or something like that.
Yeah, that guy for sure was not trying to be your twin.
So when you spread your cheeks, they're like putting a light in your eyes?
Yeah, and he goes, "Are you Korean?"
No, he goes, "Are you Korean?"
All my friends say I have a crazy sense of humor.
Do you eat kimchi?
He's like, "Shut up! Stop being a cross crown."
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Careful Boys. We got Subin here, guys.
Subin!
An almost member of the National Guard.
Subinsky.
Sir.
Which is, you want to clarify for people? It is the army.
It is
Yeah,
Army.
it's the army. Basically, it's the army. Every training you do, every AIT school you go to is the army. It's just when
Army boot camp, army schools, like go to shooting school, sniper school, whatever. It's all army still stuff.
Yeah.
But your mission isn't to defend the country like nationally. You're more responsible for the state, right?
the state, yes.
Yeah. So when there's like,
It's like a state militia?
yeah, like humanitarian issues, whatever, your first, I guess, like commitment is to protecting whatever state you're part of. Yeah.
So each state has an Army National Guard.
Yep.
Yes.
So like Texas National Guard, California National
Yeah.
Guard.
So who controls it, the president or the governor?
So the president has the higher power, but at the same time, the governor.
Damn, Gavin Newsom's your boss, bro?
Yep. Can't talk. When I swore in, I can't talk.
Because I
bad about
remember
him.
But what happens if the governor wants one thing and then the president wants
Yeah,
another
'cause
thing?
that's
Who are you
what
gonna
happened.
listen to?
That's why they go to court.
It's not who I listen to. It's who my bosses listen to, who he has to listen to, and he just sends us out. That's it.
Yeah, that's
We have no say. We have no
That's how
power.
they hash it out in court.
Yeah.
That's why when people go up to like people, you know, like cops or ICE or like feds or National Guard's faces and they're yelling at their face. That's like yelling at the In-N-Out employee why the recipe sucks. And they're like, dude, I literally went to In-N-Out school to learn how to make this. If you don't like the recipe, go yell at the owner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like you're yelling at the National Guard doing their job. They're just doing their job. If you don't like the policy, go yell at the policy makers.
Yeah, because we obviously, I'm not even in there yet, but like, from what I'm seeing is just like, we just have no, you know what I mean? We just have no power. We have to follow the rules, the order.
That's what the Nazis said.
Yeah, but the same thing with
That's
them.
why everyone always they go, that's what they were just following orders. It's like,
No, yeah.
yeah, but at the same time, everyone's just following orders. Everybody, like,
And that's what makes it work.
yeah. Like, everyone at work is just following orders. Like, no one, I don't know why people don't go for the top dogs. They always have to fuck with the
'Cause it's
people
too
that
hard.
are- yeah. And yeah, that's true. They're not accessible, right?
You
Like,
can't just say, you're right, and then dip out and say, I'm done with this. Because, bro, court martial, Article 15, like, you're in big trouble and you're going to ruin it for yourself, your future, and your family.
oh, right, yeah. But there's hella comment warriors that'll be like, if that was me, if that was me in 1939, I would have fucking stood up. Bullshit, dude.
Those are the funniest
Yeah.
things, man.
If that was me at the protest, I would have dropped down my gun and
People
walked
go,
away.
Guy like me would have broke the chain.
Yeah. Fucking lying.
Once again, I'm not even in it yet. So, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what the whole protocol is or the laws and rules like that. So, until I'm in there, then I'll know more.
They don't discriminate because you're gay or anything?
You have to tell that? You have to tell them that?
No, it's a don't say, don't tell, right? That's a don't say, don't tell policy.
I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
the same thing?
Don't say, don't tell. Where's the ask?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't say.
Or you don't even have to, you know,
Don't say, don't tell, don't speak, don't make noise with your mouth.
Realistically, you don't even have to mention it.
Don't tell, don't yell.
Honestly, you don't even mention. You don't have to mention it. Just do your thing.
Did you choose not to mention it?
You didn't tell them that you're gay?
What? What? No, none of that is true. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, I see. He's doing the don't ask, don't tell right now.
He's like, what? It's me. It's completely normal. It's me, Subin.
When you go through it and you officially join, when you go through boot camp and school
Yeah.
and all that stuff, do you get to request where you're stationed? Like, can you?
No, I mean,
What the heck? Are you just singing it to us now? A musical?
no. No, but I'm stationed and I'm here. I did everything for California, so I'm here for the California.
But do you know which reserve unit you're gonna be?
Yes, I am. I got all my paperwork right here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so he knows.
What's the nearest place that you'll be at? You think?
It's a secret mission. He can't tell.
Oh, it's secret.
I don't know if I can say it actually right now. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, don't say it. If you're on the fence, don't say it.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. But yes, I can show you guys later where everything about it.
Yeah, show us your files, dude. See what you got.
But yeah, I remember when
So aside from like, you know, like things getting out of control, like riots or whatever, what else does National Guard do? Do they do like natural disaster shit, relief, or
That's why they're called Natural Guard.
Army Natural Guard?
Well, no, that's why I wanted to join. Like, if there's like, when there was fire happening, the National Guards got deployed to protect from looters. Pasadena.
I was saluting them.
Crazy how they had to do that, man.
Dude, they were sitting on every corner just chilling.
Yeah.
And then I would love that. I would love to, away from the looters or just anything natural. Like if the fire was happening, we can assist somehow. North Carolina, when the flood happened, they were out there building bridges so the vehicles could come by and stuff like that. That's why I would love to, that's why I wanted to join, to help out. But also, the National Guard now has a program called Rattlesnake, which is firefighting.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so after everything you can do, you could go back to that schooling and program, and then
become a firefighter.
you could become a firefighter, right? But now you're with National Guard, so you guys will be deployed and doing your own thing, while the firefighters are doing their thing.
Why is it called Rattlesnake?
I don't know why it's called Rattlesnake. I just saw on the poster it says Rattlesnake.
Got it.
So I was just like, I asked him about my recruiter about it. He's like, yeah, that's a whole nother program you guys can apply for as a National Guard.
That's pretty cool.
These are just things you guys can do.
If you were National Guard and they deployed you during a riot, and they were like, we want you to take down those rooftop Koreans, what would you do?
Damn.
He just blindfolds himself.
Wait, let's make it easier. What if they're like, hey, we want you to take out those rooftop Chinese? What would you do?
Oh yeah, they're gone. Oh, man. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
They're gone.
Done zone.
Blow it all up.
That's not our job. We can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're firing at us.
Hey, don't you want to be on the right side of history?
Yeah, you're looking at the sniper. You're like, fire at me, man. Fire at me.
No.
For one day.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Everybody got to be on the right side of Instagram.
At the end of the day, we gotta observe and just do what we have to do.
Observe and report.
Observe and report.
No, but what if your commanding officer goes, "That's the target"? You see those terrorist Koreans on top of the fucking liquor stores?
And he's like, we're trying to get rid of these foreigners.
Yeah, they keep yelling Shiba Oseki or whatever. Shiba.
Well, we can say everything we want, but at the end of the day, we won't know until it really happens, So I don't really have an answer for that.
That's a good answer.
You know why rooftop Koreans happened? Well, they did deploy the National Guard, but they did it above K-Town, and they're just like, or whatever, like they're like, oh, well, you guys gotta fend for yourselves. So the army didn't come down to like South Central and stuff.
They just kept it from coming out.
But pretty much they're on the same side. Because they're defending the looters, same thing. The National Guard's defending the looters.
Yeah.
So they're still on the same side.
I mean, the whole protest thingy, like, I don't even know the protocols for that, regardless, you know what I mean? No, because I'm not even in there yet. And they pick a specific brigade for that, too, so.
Remember when they were doing the protest during COVID and then the National Guard was deployed?
Oh, yeah.
I went down to Little Tokyo and there were hella National Guards guys, but they all looked super young. Like I remember like
that's what it is.
They all look like 18 years old.
Yes, that's a lot.
And then some of the uniforms look too baggy for them, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Which is weird because when you get in there, they're gonna size you exactly to your fit. For majority of the time, like your boots and everything, they have to like measure everything.
Yeah, I don't know, but then they're nice. I said, "Hey, I have a business here. I need to park over there. Can I get through this line?" And they're like, "Okay."
Well, a lot of them, remember, they still live here, and when they get called, they just gotta go in.
Yeah.
Weren't we supposed to talk about your physical?
Oh yeah, what happened at your physical test?
You got grabbed. Your balls got grabbed.
Besides,
Yeah.
Guide his hand.
it's like this, doctor.
No, I feel like physical.
Don't be shy, sir.
No, physical's like if you've been going, your physical's just like any other physical. They have to.
They pull your pants down for you?
Right.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the finale, dude.
What the fuck?
They separate and lick. Like a boom, rotate, lick.
But you know, if it's a normal thing.
Yep, tastes good to me. You're on your way, soldier.
The National Guard physical is no different.
No, it's no different. But
Because it's in the same processing building,
Yeah,
so they process for everybody.
Dude.
they check for everything.
Bean bag your nuts.
They check for everything, but when I was next to the kids, it was like the best time because I was just messing with these kids the whole time.
They're all like nervous.
They never really got their physicals because they're so young. They don't, or none of them go to the doctors. So I was just like, but they're gonna spread your cheeks. They're gonna touch your nuts. They're gonna do everything.
And the feeling, you remember when we were like 17, 18, just having our license, learning how to drive?
Yeah.
And then you get pulled over by a police officer. And then the police officer to you feels like fucking universal soldier.
Yeah.
That's the feeling in there when you're 17 or 18. You know, everyone's like fucking G.I. Joe or fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme or some shit, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm fucking 18 and this is fucking Bruce Willis and Tears of the Sun. And you know, that's what it feels like. So everyone's shitting bricks when you're a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, but some of the kids were just terrified. But when I got in, I looked out, the door cracked open, and I was just like, oh, dude, it's an Asian dude. I was like, I'm Gucci.
Why does it matter?
He's gonna pass me.
Because it's just my thing, you know. I'm just like, Asian doctor. Oh, I'm tied it up with him, said what's up, and I get in there. He was like, I'm Dr. Yang Jung-hoon, and I was just like, okay. I was like, oh, that sounds Korean. So I was just like, Dai. I was like, 안녕하세요. He's like, how are you doing today? And I was like, okay.
Is he a military doctor?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking speak Korean to you? What the fuck?
But I know, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't know, but I was just like, okay.
Thought he was in K-Town?
He's maybe like this, you know. I was just like, he's cool. I bet you he's cool. I sat
He's all
down.
pointing to the flag on him.
Yeah, like
America.
I sat down, bro. But then when he tried to speak though, it was just like you can hear the accent still. But I was just like,
He looks at your butt, he goes, oh my god. Oh my god.
I just
Oh my god.
I just asked him like,
Take-over 여러분.
I had to say, are you Korean like 5 times, and then he finally looked at me like this. He was just like, yes. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is the.
Why'd you have to ask 5 times?
Because I wanted to know.
why did you want to know so bad?
You could probably tell
I
he's
just wanted
Korean.
to talk to him in Korean so we're comfortable, just to relate. But then he was.
He's already like over. He's like, I have to go to 1,000 more battles. Okay?
That's what it was.
Motherfucker, I don't care if you're a fucking Hanguk like me, okay?
That's what it was. He was just super serious, and then he was asking me questions. Have you gone to?
He's like, we're
accident?"
both traitors then.
No.
No. Oh my god.
Serving. We're proudly serving. But
Proudly serving.
look, dude, he was just like, and then I was just like, he was just asking me so many questions, and I was trying to explain my stories, and he just.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Like one word.
He looks at me and goes like, it's either yes or no, and I was just like, oh.
This guy really Korean.
That's when I was just like,
Motherfucker, I'm not trying to make a friend here.
that's what it was.
I'm trying to make a friend.
That's what it was. I was.
You gotta process like 1,000 people a day, dude.
I don't know.
You are number 999, okay?
He's like, do you have any allergies? Subin's like, well, I like shellfish, but I still eat it. But like, sometimes my throat flares up.
I shouldn't eat it though. I should stop.
Hey, that was me. That was
I'm
me.
so bad. I'm so bad.
What about you? Do you like shellfish?
I was just trying to call that
Weird. That's so weird, isn't
Can you say
it?
I'm 5'9"? Can you make it 5'9"?
In my boots, I think I'll be 5'10".
Look, I was just trying to conversate, dude. Okay. So
This fool trying to have chit chat. He's not even at like a family doctor. He's not trying to have chit chat.
I was just trying to chit chat, but it was you serious the whole time.
He's like, all right, doc, top 5 favorite foods. Go. I'm just kidding, Subin. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. That's
I'm not trying to get to know you, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, but that's what happened. He didn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
We're never gonna see each other ever again, so shut up.
Hey, the scary part was when you're staring at my ears, because they might say no. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh, he gonna say no. He stared at it like mad long. It's just like,
What happened?
What the heck?
I never see that before.
okay, next, and then I get up. What they like to look for is like any scars for like surgeries or anything like that. Because if it's a surgery or anything like that, they're gonna be like straight up no.
Really?
Really?
Because you're damaged goods, bro.
Cause like you just got surgery. Like sometimes, like from what other people that said no, like they told me, I heard their stories and they're just saying like because they had a mark, crazy scar, they would ask you what happened. And they would be like, oh, it's I had a surgery, and they'd be like, okay, cool, thanks for telling me. And the next thing you know, they'd be like, you failed. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a liability or something.
Yeah, yeah. Or it's just not as strong as before.
He didn't comment on that you weren't circumcised or anything.
No, they don't even care anymore. I mean, it's the army; they don't care about that. But yeah, they make you do the duck walk. They had to do the duck walk. They had to check your stomach.
With your dick out, you have to do duck walk?
No, boxers.
Gotta touch the floor, Subin.
But dude, they check all that.
Thanks for coming.
The duck walk. You know what I mean?
Can you
But
do the duck walk real quick so everybody knows?
Duck walks are hard, dude.
yeah, but look, here's the thing. I was a big boy, you know what I'm saying? So I did my duck walk.
And then a 90.
Stop trying to show off, motherfucker!
It's like this, and she's like, okay, very good, and I was like this at the end. Turn around, do it again.
Oh, hey, look at the mobility.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Mobility.
That's nice.
Mobility.
this, that, and then at the end, the way the check was just like, you gotta drop it, but they make you hold everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They make
Hold your own penis.
Then except the nutsack, they have to check it yourself.
Cough.
He has to cough. And then the bow part is like, just turn around, spread your cheeks, and bend down. And I was like, yes, sir.
They gotta look inside your butthole?
They have to.
What are they checking for?
Colon or something like that. Anything.
Do they put like something in your butthole?
Hernia, no, they
Yeah,
have to
that guy
check
for
something.
sure was not trying to be your twin.
I know that, man. Now I know that. After that, no.
I picture him every single time it's like the wrong timing. So the doctor's grabbing his balls and he's all like, are you Korean?
I can tell by your hands.
Like when he says it?
Yeah.
So when you spread your cheeks, they're like putting a light in your ass?
Yeah, and he goes, are you Korean?
Well, just like any physical, right? When you get your
Hey, doc, are you Korean?
No, he goes, are you Korean?
Sorry, all my friends say I'm a crazy sense of humor.
do you eat kimchi?
He's like, shut up! Stop being a cross crown!
Cross crown.
Yo, but he was like serious, dog. He was serious.
Staring at your asshole.
Since 6 in the morning, he's been checking
funny guy.
cheeks. Checking cheeks.
Yo, you think you're very funny.
That's why I wanted to lighten up the mood. I was like, yo, you're tired. That's over your 1,000 cheeks already.
What if he's like, I literally heard you farting earlier in the test.
Damn, I would have been like, 죄송합니다.
You think you're a PK?
But it was crazy because at the end of everything, he goes, congratulations, you passed. Have a nice day. And I was just like, damn.
That's the door.
Okay, at least smiled one time saying you passed.
That's a serious Korean, man. Huh?
Maybe a lot of people try to be friendly to like get on his good side so they could get past.
Sure, bro.
But this dude's he hella good at like finding the in for like people to get comfortable. So it's probably pretty surprising that he didn't have no like.
I know.
Bro,
Trying
you
to
know what I
crack
mean?
the case.
Like he's good at that.
Yeah.
When you see that many people, your game's tight. But I bet afterwards he was like, man, that guy was cool.
Yeah,
He probably wanted to get to know Subi more.
But
He was
You know,
probably
Ryan, you know-
really funny when he was your age.
Yeah.
you know what's crazy when you said that? That's 100%. That's like what it is, right? I always try to find a little in if you're too serious or whatnot. But then, you're right. I really did find my match that day, and he fucking smoked me.
He smoked you.
That's the first time looking at him like.
You're not gonna charm me.
And it's Korean too.
I was like, man, I'm gonna catch you next time, but this time you got me. This is a real good guy right here.
Not on the first date.
Maybe on follow up.
No papers from me.
He's only funny on the follow-up.
Hey, but some dude out there couldn't pass his vision test. And the doctor came out, yeah, go to the doctors. You need to go to the doctor.
When do you ship out then?
November 10th.
Wow.
Shit, dude.
Oh damn! Is it
For
November?
3 months.
November 10th. Is that Veterans Day? Or close around there? That's around there.
I believe so, yeah. Or
Are you
Marines.
gonna have like a send-off thing? Send-off event?
I'm good.
You don't want nothing like that?
I don't want none of
So you're
that.
gonna spend
about
the
a-
whole holidays in boot camp?
I think the holidays, they might say we might be able to come back.
You want to do a?
Oh, not if you're in boot camp. You go right through it.
Yeah, probably not. Dang!
You could just leave in the middle of it.
You might get one. You maybe like you
One
might
week.
get a turkey leg or some shit on Thanksgiving, but you're going right through it. It's gonna be like any other day.
All I said was to my wife is like, yo, let me just get this over with. We at least get BAH, you know what I mean? Basic allowance housing. So utilities plus groceries.
Because you guys are married too, right?
Because I'm married and I have kids, so that check is gonna be super nice.
That's sick.
I didn't know they do that.
Damn, I want to join the military.
Let's take the ASVABs, right?
It's hooked up, man.
You guys gonna pass?
I want to take that test.
Too old, bro?
Actually, I have the book, so next
I'm
time
too
I'll
old.
bring it.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll give me an exemption.
Yeah, if you're fit, they'll waive you. People
Doctor is gonna hook
people
you
are
up,
like
bro.
40 and they join.
He's like, I've never seen anyone like you before.
I'm like, are you Korean? Are you Korean? Are you Korean?
That's what if Anthony does it, the guy's like, yes!